I'm only going to be live streaming for like an hour tonight. I'm kind of going to go to bed somewhat reasonable tonight. So 1 o'clock will be my bedtime limit. I have exactly an hour. Maybe I'll live stream tomorrow. I don't know. I'm kind of just giving a few minutes for everybody to kind of roll in to see who's going to pull up. If it's a dead stream, that just means I can go to bed earlier. No pun intended. Unless I got them bitches be like, oh hell no. We're gonna pull you out there for that hour. Or make you run that hour. We'll see. I got it in here too. I'm not much for the whole bottle thing. Hey, just letting the chat roll for a few minutes. Seeing who's gonna pull up. What's up, you guys? Thank you for joining the stream. How are you guys doing tonight? I'll be on for about an hour before I go to bed. I don't really stream on TikTok, but I figured I would do one because I'm in a pretty good mood tonight. It's a Jack night, so I'm in a good mood. How's everybody doing tonight? How's your night going? Or should I say, how's your morning going? It's 12 here, Eastern time. Anybody got anything to say? I guess now would be the time, right? If somebody's gonna throw some shade, it would be when I'm streaming. I'm open to criticism. How's everybody's night tonight? I hope you guys are having an awesome night tonight. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Excuse me. I don't burp, I belch. Not very ladylike when it comes to burps. Hey ladies, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm just waiting until people actually start saying some. I don't want to be the only one in the chat talking because it's kind of weird. I'm really not to talk about. Y'all need to give me some topics. What do y'all want to talk about? What's the subject for the night? I have an hour. I try to catch Bo's stream, but she streams at 4:30 in the afternoon. And I guess I keep missing it. I keep missing it. No, I don't want to swipe right. I want to see the chat. When you don't stream for almost a year on TikTok, and then it's like, swipe right. I don't want to look at me. I want to look at the chat. The fuck? Linda probably turned in, like, way earlier ago. She's probably not an early bird. I'm mainly looking for, like, my regulars to pull through first. But then again, it is 12 o'clock in the morning, so I probably should have streamed a little bit earlier, maybe, but I didn't think about it till now. And then last night I was like, if I didn't post a video, I was supposed to post a video. Maybe it's in my drafts, but I'm like, I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow, maybe. It might be in my drafts, because I didn't see it in my videos. Oh my god, I need to check my blood pressure tomorrow. My eyes are in and out. I gotta look at the names, and it's kind of blurring in and out. Welcome, Black Mega, Matthew, Kirk. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read the names. It's just my blood pressure must be up tonight from the alcohol because it's a little blurry. So have patience with me, alright? My vision ain't been that great lately. Oh my god, production. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate you. Lemmy, I see you. Travis, Melissa, welcome to the stream. Lily, how are y'all doing tonight? What's everybody up to? I see, I guess I'm not the only one that's like an early bird that likes to stay up late. I guess there's a lot of them, huh? Give me a topic. Give me a topic to talk about. Give me a topic to talk about. What y'all want to talk about? I'll talk about anything. Just please, God, for the love of Jesus, don't make it politics. You'll still be up at 6:30. You got, come on. Don't say it. Don't you say it. I'm having a skip. Shush. Insomnia? You got insomnia? Christian? I had to look at your name. No Trump, no God. Politics, okay. I'm not going to talk about it. Let me put my 2 cents in, okay? I don't vote. I've never voted. Because, let me explain this. Let me explain it. Hold up. before anybody says anything about, wait a minute, you've never voted and you're 40. Okay, hold up. Let me explain this, okay? We've had so many presidents and so many different outlooks and presidency and the way they're going to do things. And I was looking for that unique person. The one that is for the Americans, the one that is going to try and help us out, and the one that's going to try and make, the world a better place and to be able to do good in our life. Not to like, hey, okay, I had a lot of respect. A lot of people are against Trump. I get that, okay? But I had a lot of respect for Trump for one reason, and one reason only. Okay, Trump is worth like $1 billion, $100 billion, something in there. I think it's about $100 billion. It might be more, but that's not my point. My point is when he took office and they offered him the money to run for presidency, he didn't take the money. He said, I don't want it. I don't need it. I got enough money. I don't need your money. I just want to run for presidency. That is why I ran for Trump. I didn't vote, even though I know every vote makes a difference. Don't get me wrong. But I'm on Social Security, and they have this manipulation thing where they say you can't vote, quote unquote, because I'm on disability. So I didn't vote because I didn't want to, like, is this true? They're just trying to clickbait me, I don't want to test the water, so I didn't vote, okay? Maybe it's, whatever, the government thing, but it pays my bills, so I ain't trying to mess with that, okay? So I didn't vote, but I was a Trump supporter, okay, for that reason and that reason only. Because it takes a really big person to run for presidency and to deny that kind of money. First of all, that says a lot about you. In my opinion, that says a lot about you. But I'm not about politics, don't like to talk about politics. It's so complicated, I can't even comprehend half of it. So I'm going to leave that at that. Let's talk about something positive, fun. Give me a topic you guys want to talk about, a subject, anything. Ask me a question. I don't care. Anything but politics. Anything. Oh my god. Nobody's okay. I don't know. I'm gonna take that. This is a one of those, what do you call those accounts? Kind of like a clickbait account. Where somebody says something random. I've never been elected for anything. I am really nobody, okay? I'm a redneck who's not really known for much of anything other than my TikTok videos. I've never ran for anything or nothing like that. So I don't know the whole I heard they elected you. You mean I heard they elected him? As in Trump? Maybe I'll take that as a typo. Also, another thing I couldn't believe in that aspect before I move on. Do you guys know, okay, I'm 42. You know, my husband just told me last year that Arnold Schwarzenegger was the freaking mayor of California. I didn't fucking know that. I didn't know that, okay? Shoot me. I didn't know that. Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you for letting me know that. Thank you. Because I didn't understand that. I was like, wait, what? Because, so you must have caught on that comment up above didn't really make very much sense. Okay, I feel a little better now that I know it just wasn't me. It wasn't just me. Anyways, I want to know about people. Where are you from? In the comment, I have exactly an hour. I have until 1 o'clock. Post in the comments where you're from. What state you in? Okay, hold on. Let me relook at the question. I heard they elected you as the new papel. Papel? I don't know if that word was supposed to be something else and your keyboard kind of auto-corrected. It happens to me all the time. But it says papel or pape. I don't understand the question. You can call me dumb or whatever, but it just don't make no sense to me. Or maybe you're just trying to mess with me and get in my head. I don't know. Really? So that is a thing. They weren't just trying to like say that because they were trying to mass manipulation. Dude, I'm spiritual. I think into everything. So basically, if you're on disability, correct me if I'm wrong, you really can't vote. Like that's a thing. I've been on disability since I was 8. My adopted mom put me on disability when I was 8 years old. So I don't care. I don't got no shame. She put me on disability. She was receiving Social Security disability, okay, because she was like 49, whatever, my adopted mom. And then she's like, ooh, cha-ching. She's like, she put me on disability when I was like 8 years old as a learning disability. And so I was in ESC fucking classes my whole life, right? I aced that shit. Like, if I'm disabled and I got a slow learning disability, like I get Social Security for my hands. That's all I get it for. Look, you see my hands are double jointed. If I point, it's got a crooked thing. It's really fucking annoying and it's really embarrassing. Like when I'm doing TikTok videos and I'm like, and I see my fingers and I'm like, ugh. I try to ignore it. My mom was on drugs when she was pregnant with me. But that's a funny story because my mom adopted me out to her best friend, who became my worst abuser. She was the monster under my bed. But that's a story for another day. If y'all want to hear about that, well, it's gonna take me a hot ass minute because when it comes to stuff like that, I don't open up very easy. But Bo made a video. I don't remember. I didn't check the date of when she made the video. And it's not a bad trigger, but when I say it triggers me, because then she makes a video like that. And I really can't say too much because a lot of it's hush hush because certain things are for a reason, okay? You know? But of why, I take her opinion so highly. There's a lot. Anyways, as far as my empire goes, she made the video of spiritual. Okay, and she's like, the spiritual video that she did, and she's like, nobody talks about or talks on or speaks on this topic. And so I'm watching these videos and I'm like, wow, that really cuts deep because, like, I got stories. But I'm like, that's going to take a hot minute to tell and to make videos on. Paranormal. We're talking paranormal, okay? Like, when I'm not going to tell it because it's her story, you can go to her videos to see, the video. But she was just in a short conclusion that she was talking about her daughter. And I'll leave it at that. And I was like, I got stories like that. Like, I'll tell you one story and one story only. I'm watching my clock because I have a clock at 1 o'clock. I have to go to bed. I've been pushing myself too much and I need to force myself to go to bed in a reasonable time. So that's what that's all about. But anyways, okay, one short story. We're living with his sister in Titusville. And it had activity, okay? I'm sorry, I'll scroll up and read your comments in a minute and I'll comment on your comments. I am not ignoring you. I will catch up. Come on, if you watch my content, you should know me by now. Alright. 51st dates here. Okay, let me get back on track. So, I don't know what night or how it happened or what made me get up and go out of the room. But if you watch my content, you know. Either you know or you don't, okay? I'm tired of explaining it, but... So, for some odd reason, I'm sitting up and I'm looking around and I'm like... I don't know. Like, I have no thought process. So I walk out of the room. We're staying with his sister, my husband's sister, for a while in Titusville. And this house had so much activity. Okay, we didn't know it, obviously, until shit started to hit the fan. The first thing I got to notice was I had walked out. Okay, I know I'm trying to map this out for you so you can see the layout. Like, it was the kitchen, and then there's like this big like archway right in front of the refrigerator, right? And then there's this big open like day room, you know, like where you would have your washer and your dryer, and it's like really big. I would say 16 by 16, you know, and there was a shelf right there where they had their stuff up. And there was this the whole back wall was nothing but a window, right? Okay. So my oldest daughter is 23 right now, but she was about 14 when we were living with his sister in Titusville. 13 to 14. And so she's easily to be possessed because she's like me. Unfortunately, that's a gift and a blessing, or a gift and a curse. So I feel for her because part of me wishes she wasn't born with that, but she has it, so you can't change it. But anyways, I had got up, and you know how it would, like, when you wake up in the middle of the night and you're kind of like, your eyes are all fuzzy and you're walking through the house and you're kind of like getting to it, but you really can't come to it. And you're like, kind of in a daze, like if you get up in the middle of the night, you gotta pee, like that kind of feeling that you have. So I'm walking to the refrigerator to go get a drink, right? So, and I'm only gonna tell one story in this stream because I only have an hour. But so, and then I stop because right across the street, drink another one, okay? Right across from the refrigerator was, you know, the day room. It was the big archway, and then it was a big open room, and then you had like a shelf right there. You know, like you know, with the drawers and the cabinets, the 2 cabinet doors, and then you got the drawers underneath, that kind of thing. And then if you go past that, there's a laundry. Well, no, I'm sorry. Correction. If you go past that was her daughter's room, Olivia. Olivia was staying in that room right there in the day room, and that whole wall was a window. Okay. So I got up and I went to the refrigerator. I went to go get something to drink. And then I don't know what came over me. I don't know why I turned. I can't explain it to this day. But I was standing at the refrigerator like this with my back towards the day room. Okay, and I just simultaneously just turned around. Okay, and my daughter. Okay, let me tell you the backstory so you understand, because this is going to get confusing if you don't know, like, what I'm saying before I say what I say. In Titusville, there was a little boy, okay? He was a ghost. He was a little boy. And for some odd reason, I don't know why, but he had this massive connection to my daughter. She's 23, my oldest daughter. She had this connection to my daughter. Okay, whatever. She was cute, whatever the case may be. Okay, so it was a little boy. Okay, so back to what I was saying. She's standing at the whole wall is a window. The whole back wall is a window. Like when you turn from the refrigerator, it's like you seeing outside, you know, the whole wall. So windows. So I turn around. I don't know what makes me want to turn around, but I turn around. And my 14-year-old daughter, I swear to fucking God, this is a horror movie. I turn around and she is staring out the window with her arms down to her fucking side. I stopped dead in my fucking tracks. And I said it low key because everybody was sleeping. I said, Mindy. She didn't reply to me. I said, Mindy. And she didn't reply to me. Imagine being mom of a 14-year-old girl in a haunted house, and you're the only one awake that you know of. I don't know if they were awake in the rooms, and slowly walk up behind your 14-year-old daughter, thinking, is she sleepwalking? Is she possessed? What am I about to experience when I put my hand on her shoulder? Is she gonna try and kill me because she's in her sleep when she turns around? Like, you don't know what to expect, right? So I'm walking up behind her, and I'm like, Mindy. Right behind her fucking neck, dude. She didn't move. So I go in the room, and I'm like, I tell her dad, I'm like, yo, she's standing out there looking out the fucking window, and I said her name 4 times, she's not fucking moving. It's creeping me out. Can you please come out here? And he saw the same thing I saw. I don't know how he did it. He got her to go back in her room to go to sleep. She was still in zombie status. She still won her fucking self. She was just like walking like she wasn't even human. Went in her bed and went to sleep. I'm like, what the fuck was that? Okay. The next fucking morning, she didn't remember a fucking thing about it. But I'll tell you what, she knew the whole story about the boy, who he was, how old he was, where he was from, his home fucking story, his life story, how his upbringing was, but did not remember the fact that she was possessed the night before. She slept really good, and she slept throughout the whole night. And felt good when she woke up in the morning. The fuck? It don't matter what house we lived in. Okay? Moved from house to house to house. My daughter has this thing where she attracts the dead to her, and they want to enter her and live again. So, Bo, if you ever see this live stream, girl, I feel your pain. Now, mind you, no pun intended, I love you to death. No pun intended. We haven't had an incident in quite a few years. We lived in Titusville, it was like 7 years ago. So she's been pretty normal on the non-possession thing. She got an attitude, but whoa, young girl growing up and young in life think that they know it all. This is how they grow. This is how they go through life. They're going to learn as they grow. We already know this, okay? You know, she's in that phase where she's learning the journey, okay? She thinks she knows it all, but she's smarter than her mom. She's smarter than her dad. You know what? I was that way when I was a teenager. You were that way when you were a teenager. We all go through that phase where we know more than our parents do. And we're smarter than them, and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Okay? And we're gonna teach them something. We've been there. But, let me scroll up and check these comments. That was my story. I'll tell more. I swore to her that I was gonna tell stories, but that's my one story for tonight. Let me scroll up and see the comments. Try to reply to some of the things that you guys said. I saw some comments in here, but I was trying to not get off track. Excuse me, my nose keeps itching. And if you're not a very spiritual person, call me crazy, whatever. It is a known fact. Let me tell you a couple of pointers. You may or may not know this. There are people that don't know this. So if you know this isn't for you. I'll give you a couple. My blessings have been blessings and a curse because I'm still learning how they work. If anybody is a sensitive and they have premonitions, any comments that you could give me of how you can tell, because after 42 years it's pretty complex and I can't tell my dreams from my premonitions, so I don't know the difference until it actually happens, and then I know it was a premonition. But my mind is like 50 first dates. If you want to know about that story, you can post a comment of how it got that way. I'm in a good mood and I'm trying to have a really good stream, so I'm not trying to go there. But I appreciate all my followers, so if you want to say, why is your mind like first, or however, whatever. I'm still looking, I'm scrolling down through the comments. I seen comments, but I'm trying to look. Just post a comment and I'll let you know. Right now I'm just trying to talk with my followers. Okay. Re-ask the question in another way. I'm sorry. I don't mean no disrespect. I don't know how to answer the question that you asked me, Lisa. The way you asked it. Like, if you're talking about me voting in general, I would love to fucking vote. I mean, like, I feel like my aspect on it is like, because I'm on Social Security disability, I'm not allowed to vote. Like, how is that supposed to be even legal? Like, because you're getting disability because you have a disability of your person, something that prevents you from doing something that you would be able to do, normally without having to collect a check for it, because you're kind of lacking in that department because of that disability that you have. But how can you sit there and have the power to tell somebody I'm sorry, my headphones are fucked up and my hat keeps going forward. How do you think, like, as a government official, that you got the authority to tell somebody they're not allowed to vote, regardless if they're on Social Security or not? You don't have that right. The Bible says you don't have that right. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not a very religious person for many reasons, but I am a Christian. But I just don't feel like the government has that right to decide for you. Like, oh, you're on disability, you can't vote. Bitch, please, who died and made you fucking God? Like, where did you get that from? Where did that come from? That somebody's on disability and that they can't vote. What, are they incompetent? They're not knowledgeable enough? Doesn't it say that every vote matters? And every vote makes a difference? Correct me if I'm wrong, you guys. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but if we want a good president in our presidency, shouldn't you count every vote regardless if they're on disability or not? If I'm wrong, tell me why. I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I just think it should be unbiased, I don't think that because you have a disability, that should distinct you from, or separate you from being able to vote, because that's one less person. You know, they say, okay, let's say I don't do politics. Let's say, like, they say every vote makes a difference, right? So let's label all the disability. I'm watching my car. I got like 20, 30 minutes. Let's say that every person on disability, let's go this route, okay? All the people, what did we say? What do we got? 250,000, 300,000 people in the world that's on disability, correct? Or somewhere, I'm giving a rough draft. Okay, let's take those people, right? Let's say it's 250,000. 250,000 people who are on Social Security disability that cannot vote. That's 250,000 people's voices that are not getting heard. Tell me if you think I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me why I'm wrong. But in a hindsight, but maybe that's not the number. I'm saying that's the number, okay? Let's, for a scenario. If every vote matters of who's going to run presidency and make these impacts on our world, it shouldn't matter if you're on disability or not. You should be able to vote because that's your First Amendment right. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. I'm up for debate. I'm not biased. I am up for debate. Debate this with me if you think I'm wrong. Yeah, see, if you're on disability, you cannot vote. That's not right. I mean, yeah, the voting poll gets a little competitive, but it's not right. You should not single out people. My fingers are fine. I appreciate you, Evergreen. Thank you. I don't have the perception to see, like, I see my hands. I just see a hand, right? And, with the whole, like this. I don't see the perception that other people see. So with that, I don't see what other people see. I've had, I have a problem with showing my hands. Because, in high school, I dropped out. I'm not going to get into that story. If you want to know why I dropped out of high school, you can comment, ask me to tell me the story why I dropped out of high school. This video is not about that. But just to make a point, people would be like, E.T. Phone Home. E.T. was one of my favorite shows growing up. We only had, 6 channels on my TV because we were poor as poor. We had, the poor where you had to suck up your ego and your mom has to beg your neighbors for something to eat that night and your head is basically up your ass because you're so embarrassed. Yeah. Yeah. So, E.T. was one of the shows that we got on the 6 channels, right? And I loved it. I loved the story, the whole, line plot, everything. This little alien, I might have it wrong, because like I said, my mind's 51st dates. I'd only retain, half of the movie. But, this little alien came down to the world, and this little boy found him. They became best friends, and they just had this bond, and they were like, E.T. phone home, and he was in the basket, and he took him everywhere to him. It was just the whole togetherness and the friendship and the whole bond, and it doesn't matter what you look like. If you're a good person or good being, that's all that matters. Even if you're an alien, you can be the best of friends. Of course, this is not reality. This is a freaking movie. But, the concept of it. I'm a closet freak, okay? fucking sue me. I can't help it. With everything I've seen and dealt with in the world, I tend to try and go the opposite and not treat people like an asshole. I treat people the way they treat me. And even when they treat me shady, I tend to go quiet. Maybe I won't make a video for TikTok for about a month and a half. But, I'm still scrolling through the comments. Don't sue me. I'm still scrolling through the comments. #1 gifter badge, Malibu. Thank you very much. I'm so sorry I did not see your gift come through. Please. Don't hate. Because I was telling y'all, I didn't see it go through. Thank you very much. If you sent me gifts, I appreciate you. I'm not about gifts. You can send me anything you want. But let me put this out there that I don't do live streams for gifts. If you want to send me gifts, that's on you. I will appreciate it if you do. But I don't require it, if you get my drift. Like, if I'm streaming, you don't have to. Don't feel obligated. Okay? If you want to, awesome. But, I just don't want you to feel obligated. So, I'm just gonna put that there. I'm a very different kind of chick. I may be a little fucking lush, and maybe I'm a little fucking closet freak, if you get what I'm saying, with some of the things I say. I'm just a pure heart and soul, and I love people. That's all that is. So, I'm scrolling through the comments. Okay. So, I've had the end of it. So, okay. Now that I'm caught up. But, yeah. I watched a video she did. I'm just gonna say the surfer chick video. And, that was a pretty fucked up story. Like, in the hindsight view, that was a pretty fucked up story. Like, I'm listening to this video, and I'll show you how I reacted with this, okay? Oh, blah, 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 blah. She did this, she did that. Like, I'm not saying this or that because, like, it's not my story to tell. But I'm like, what? She did what? Oh, no. Yeah, I'm watching this video of hers, okay? Well, she's telling the story, okay? I did it, okay? Oh, no. You know that bitch jealous. Hello. I've been friends with you for 4 days. I'm a female, and I ain't afraid to say some girl is hot. Okay? That makes you a bigger woman, okay? Or she pretty. Or damn, that girl, I like her eyes, or I like her accent. Whatever the case may be, okay? A little recognition goes a long way. Hello. So, like, I'm listening to this story, and mind you, it takes me a lot to, like, grab onto a story and listen to somebody's story, and, like, it's gotta grab me. Like, I gotta be, like, in it, you know? And I was in this story. I was in this surfer girl story, and I was like, she had me, and I was, like, listening, and I was like, what happened? What happened? What happened? Like, I was that kind of, like, I was like, you know, waiting for the punchline, right? I'm a fucking nerd. So I'm going, oh, hell no, she fucking didn't. You're lucky I wasn't standing next to you. Let me tell you. I'd be like, bitch, who you think you're talking to? This bitch is gold. I'm a nerd, okay? I'm sorry, I'm a nerd. Okay, but I'm gonna leave this stream at this. There wasn't a whole lot going on. I was checking the comments or whatever, and there was a couple, and I answered your questions. But, that's why I posted that video. There's a video on my profile that says, "This is my skater girl story." And then there's another video on my page that says, "I'm gonna bestie her up." I'm telling you what. I'm gonna tell you something right now. I don't kiss nobody's ass. I don't wax nobody's shit. But I'm telling you right now, y'all. Go check out Bo Divine. Because that girl has got something to say. And she's got as much knowledge. I know y'all watch my videos and my talk show and stuff like that. She's got just as much to say as I do. And she's really good at what she does. Y'all need to check her out. Because her content is going to change the world one day. And with that said, thank you. I'm going to end the stream. And I hope y'all have a wonderful afternoon and a wonderful morning. As it's 1 a.m. and you guys are going to start to get up to start your day and start your coffee. I hope you have a wonderful morning. I love and appreciate every single one of you. And if you ever hear something about me, come and ask you. Come and ask you. Yeah, you come and ask you. You hear me? Come and ask me. I'll never lie to you, fucking bet. You want to know something, I'll tell you the truth, but come to the source. I love you. Stay real. Keep it true. And don't ever let nobody tell you you can't be nothing. Because you know what? They just jealous. They can't be you. Or do what you do. Keep it real and live your best life. To the fullest. And don't have no regrets. I love and appreciate every single one of you. Peace out, and I hope you enjoyed my live. Thank you for joining.